Hi, I'm Paul from Velo, and we're building the ultimate gravel bike with a specific brief. So come join me to find out what bike we're building and what is the specific brief that I need to meet to get this bike nicely built. So here we have a beautiful Genesis Croix De Fer stainless steel 931 Reynolds tubing. It's an absolute beast. It's got carbon forks, tapered steerer tube, internal routed cables, but sensible full length internally routed cables, which I like. It's a beautiful material that Genesis used to make their bike light, super stiff, yet have a nice punchy, smooth feel to it. So really excited to get this built up. We're going to pair it with GRX RX 800 2x11, which I've always liked. It's been around for years. I've loved this group set. So 2x11, and we're also going to pair it with the mighty GR 1600 wheels by DT Swiss. We're going 1134 tooth cog on the back. We've got the CL 800 rotors, and we've also got the Vittoria Torino tyres, which are like an endurance gravel tyre. So they should be good on a mix of surfaces, and they are 700 by 45 mil, which this frame has plenty of clearance for. Now, I mentioned there's a special brief with this bike. So me and Sarah have a fleet of bikes, which one day we'll do a video about, of all our collection of bikes. And they're very much Sarah's bikes and my bikes. This is going to be our first shared bike. So luckily the frame fits within our heights, but we're going to have to tailor it so it works for us both, which is a little bit of thought whether we're going to have to both have different seats with a seat post, so we can just pop the seat post out and have different seats or saddles if that's what we want. The position's going to need to be thought about, but first of all, before we tackle that brief, which might be over the next few weeks, we're going to have to get it built. So come join me in the workshop so we can get this epic bike built, and it's going to be the perfect gravel bike for a lovely couple. We hope you think, yeah, come join me. So the Genesis is finished. It was a very, very nice build. Full length cables from front to back, internally routed, very easy to sort out. The frame is super well made. What I'm going to do is go through the specs again of the bike and then tell you about how I have met the brief of this bike being a shared bike for both of us. Also, I couldn't help but take it for a ride on the weekend because Sarah was away. I got it finished and I got loose on it a lot. It's got a lot of dust on it and I really, really enjoyed riding it. It's a really nice position. I'm used to a dropped handlebar position on a kind of retro bike. So on a modern bike, it's really nicely fitted for me. I'm not super stretched out. It wants to climb everything. It's stiff yet forgiving. It's, yeah, everything I dreamed of. And the wheels, as you can imagine, DT Swiss, they are brilliant and really good choice of group set. The group set, the brakes are really kind of modular. They really feel you can have them on light, on more full on. So that was a really good choice of group set. So really happy with the build and had lots of ideas of how this bike would come together and different ideas of what I would use. And I'm glad that we went with this. So let's go through the specs and see what this bike, how this bike has been built. So we have the Genesis Croix De Fer stainless steel Reynolds 931 frame set in medium, carbon forks, super stiff but super forgiving frame set. It has a T47 bottom bracket, which we paired with a Wheels manufacturing bottom bracket, and that is really nice and super smooth. It's got bottle cage bosses and frame bag bosses galore all over it, and it's a really super dialed in frame. It came with the headset, which is really nice. So it's oversized at the bottom. That was, and it's a nice kind of older school headset, so it's going to be super sealed. The headset bearings aren't going to need replacing too often. We paired it with the GRX RX 800 2x11. It's a group set that's been out for quite a while, but one that I've loved and is just a great choice. It's Ultegra level, so we've gone for the HG 800 11 to 34 tooth rear cassette. We've got a clutch mechanism on the rear derailleur, so that's the clutch off, kind of for road use, and then if you're going off-road, you have the clutch on, so there's less chain slaps. That's a great option. I was taking it kind of on lots of mixed surfaces, so I've just left the clutch on. We've gone rotor-wise, we've gone for Shimano CL800 rotors, 160mm at the front, 140mm at the back. They've bedded in nicely and loads of stopping power. Finishing kit, we've got Pro stem, Pro handlebars, so basically Pro LT, which is Shimano's finishing kit. Really nice options, love their stuff. We've gone for a shallow drop set of drops, so easier to reach and just a bit more comfortable, and they are really, really comfortable. We finished it off with Chinelli bar tape, real good bar tape that we love, and I've got on most of my bikes now, so yeah, really durable, spongy bar tape. And most importantly, we finished it off with some DT Swiss wheels, GR 1600s. Now I'm going to make this claim, and I reckon I'm in a position to make this claim, but these have got to be one of the best, alongside our hand-built wheels as well, one of the best alloy gravel wheels that you can buy. They are just the dream. They've got bladed spokes, 350 hubs, ratchet drive. They're nice, they've got a nice sound to them, so if you like that type of thing, then people will know that you've got a nice wheel set, but they're not super obnoxious, really easy to service, and just a great, great option. Funny enough, we sell them, and we have some available if you want to buy them. They do Shimano Hyperglide free hub, XDR free hub, and Microspline free hub. There's also 650B version, so a great, great choice, and I can feel how nice they are when I've been taking them out over the weekend. We've also paired them with a really good choice of tyre. I was thinking what tyres to use, and we've gone for the Vittoria Torino T50 Gravel Endurance. Really nice on the road, really nice on gravel surfaces, super puncture resilient, and a great option for these rims. They fit nicely together. So the specs of the bike are really kind of higher end, and I'm really happy with the way it's all come together. So there we go. So now let's have a chat about how the main brief, as well as building the bike to a really good standard, the main brief was to get this bike so it's shared between me and Sarah. And let's look how we've done it, because the solution was quite simple actually, and really happy with it. So let's have a look at that. So the main brief was to get a kind of his and hers bike that we could both use. Me and Sarah's almost similar heights, but our bodies are quite different shapes. But thankfully, we've been able to, we think, figure this out. We both need to take it on more longer rides, but definitely the riding I did at the weekend, the position was good for me. And what we've done is we keep the handlebars and the stem the same. This is set up for Sarah at the moment, so it's got her flat pedals on, and it's got an inline seat post with her choice of saddle on. I need a 20mm layback. So basically, when Sarah wants to use the bike, we chuck her pedals on, put the saddle and seat post on. When I want to use it, I chuck my SPD pedals on, and I just put the seat post in. So a really clean way of making sure the bike's set up in an optimal position for both of us, just by changing the seat post and the pedals. Sarah might convert to clip-ins eventually, so that would eliminate that. But yeah, so inline for Sarah, 20mm layback for me seems to be the perfect position for us both. So it's going to be a really good functional bike that we can both use. And it's a great option. The Croix De Fer frames, it's well worth looking them up. They were really, Genesis were the original gravel bike. They were the people that made the Croix De Fer before anyone else jumped on the vibe of gravel bikes. So look them up. This is their higher end offering, and we're very lucky to have this in our lives, and it's a real keeper of a bike. They do really good options across the range of the Croix De Fer, and it's very much, if you've got a Croix De Fer, you know about them, you know that they're a bike for life, and they're a great way forward. They do 1-bys, 2-bys, all kinds of different setups. So if you're looking for a bike that you want, a bike for life, you want a great choice of bike that's going to give you a really good service and a really enjoyable to ride, have a look at Genesis. They do Croix De Fer, they've got the Vagabond, they've got loads of options, and they're really, really good. And we're going to have some really good fun on this. And I'm sure it's going to be a bike that's going to be featured lots in a video. So let us know what you think about the bike. What do you think about the build? Is there anything you would have done differently? Would you have it set up like this, or would you do some things a bit different? Let us know. And if you like what we do, please subscribe. And thank you very much for watching. We're going to go and enjoy this beautiful bike.